to Super Saiyan Saturday, the Dragon Ball Super After Show. Today, I'm accompanied by two new faces.
I thought you were going to say Super Saiyan Supercharged K.
Sure.
We're like this close, I was like, what?
I'm just going to morph all of my shows into one. But today, I've got Jasmin and Joe. Joe, welcome. You're a newbie to this show.
I'm a newbie to this show, and I've been on every single after show with the exception of Flash this week.
Awesome, that's great.
So Daniel, you suck. Ernie, you suck. DJ, you suck. Brian, I hope you're having fun.
Brian, I miss you.
Yeah,
Well,
I miss you a lot.
This episode is number 10. It is titled Unleash It, Goku, the Power of the Super Saiyan God.
Finally.
And not much happens. Not much.
A lot of powering up happens.
I
can
can sum this episode up so fast.
Yeah.
Basically, Goku has his powers and he's adjusting to them. He's trying to fight Beerus and he's not quite used to his powers. He eventually gains control of his powers, makes a bet with Beerus saying, hey, I'll fight you for Earth. And then he actually starts being able to block Beerus and then eventually actually grab Beerus.
Who would make that bet? Why?
Well, because it's Goku.
Yeah. He's grinding on my gears, Goku. And his pink hair. Pink hair. It's pink.
It's
It is
purple.
pink. No, I
It's
think it's
ish.
a magenta. Nice
It's like a magenta,
color.
yeah.
But we also see a little bit of King Kai, who's actually upset that Goku finally became the Super Saiyan God, no matter how much he tried, even though he really didn't try it that hard, let's be honest.
You know what I thought this episode was missing?
What?
Food.
It was missing.
Yes.
You know what? We did get a food scene, and
Oh,
that's
one,
where
yeah,
Pilaf and his gang and Whis come in, and they are like, oh, why did they have to take the food away? And Whis is like, I got you guys. Come, let's go eat. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Goku even tries a Kamehameha, and it fails. He misses. But at the end there, he was starting to actually gain control of the powers. But I do think this was a very slow episode. Jasmine and Joe, what do you guys think of this episode?
Go ahead, Joe. Ladies first.
Oh, snap.
Oh, the part-timer here is talking. So, I think the episode was slow. I think there was a lack of food. I think, you know
There
what,
was
I'm
a lack
not going
of
to lie to you,
food.
Kelly. It sucked.
Yeah, it's not a great episode. But are you
I,
happy to see Goku actually become, like, is this what you're expecting this whole season? Oh, Super Saiyan God. Oh, Super Saiyan God. And then we finally get it. Is this what you're expecting?
I was expecting more. I was expecting more of the Goku from Battle of the Gods.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that. But you know what? Dragon Ball's whatever, dude. Here's the deal. It's the same thing. I like it. I dig the tropes of Dragon Ball. I like the fact that he got powered up by 5 Saiyans or 4 Saiyans or whatever it was.
That wasn't this episode.
It wasn't this episode.
This
It was
episode
like
was
leading
not
up to this
great.
episode. I also like. I think that's about all I liked actually.
Can't blame you for that.
Yeah. Do you like subbed or dubbed better in this?
The dubbed is way better.
I agree.
Sorry, yeah, I agree.
Jasmine, what do
Yeah.
you think of this episode?
It was okay. It wasn't, like, compared to last week's episode, last week was way better. I like the end of today's episode, so I like how
I can do
Beerus
that.
threw out that punch, and then Goku just, like, switched around and, like, held Beerus and flicked him on the head, and I thought that was funny.
pretty
You know what's cool about Dragon Ball? If there was actually fucking fighting. What is this all about?
It's a warm-up. This is that nostalgia going back to DBZ where it was, like,
30
3
minutes
episodes.
of them just throwing punches.
Are we gonna get an
Warming
abridged
up.
version like
Yeah.
Kai? Is it gonna be? Are we gonna get like Dragon Ball Super Kai, where it's like the merging of the episodes?
Well, this is my first time watching Super, so I really can't tell you what this is going to be like.
I'm curious. So you've seen Dragon Ball Z though, right?
I've seen Dragon Ball Z.
So with
I've not seen any of the movies.
Dragon Ball Z, let me ask you something real quick. Do you like the Kai format better than actual Dragon Ball Z?
I think Dragon Ball Z is my favorite of any of the.
Are we talking
That's hard
because of
'cause we
nostalgia,
grew
or are
up
you
with
talking
DBZ.
because
I
it's
think it's
actually
nostalgia.
better?
I think it's
that's
nostalgia,
a really good
but I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna say Dragon Ball Z.
I love Dragon Ball Z as well, but Kai is way more fast paced.
Okay.
It like cuts all the filler out, and it's right there
Yeah.
on top of it.
Yeah.
If they made a Dragon Ball Super Kai, I'm in. Dragon Ball Super, however, is like Goku putting me in a sleeper
It
hold.
started off slow. It got a little action here and there, and now it's slow again.
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Let's go to the comments real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so Troy Two-Face says, "What's up, guys? What's up, Troy?"
Hey, Troy Two-Face.
Ryan Ninja Steel Thomas and Blackwing, what's up? They're in the chat as well. And whoa, Blackwing just came back from watching the Kids' Choice Awards. I hope that was good.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Where's DJ? DJ is off battling Super Saiyans. I don't know. Come up with where
He's
DJ
probably
is.
eating somewhere.
Hey, if
Yeah.
DJ was a Dragon Ball character, who would he be? Let's like really get out there on
He
this
wishes
episode.
Oh,
he was
man.
Trunks.
He wishes he was Trunks, but who would he be?
I'm gonna go with Piccolo.
I was gonna actually say Piccolo. I was trying to think of something funnier.
It's a great
I
choice.
really was trying to think of something funnier, and I was gonna say Piccolo.
Who would Jasmine be? Oh, who would Ernie be? You know Ernie well.
Ernie.
Ernie's
Ernie's
obviously.
Goku.
No way. I think
Really?
Ernie is.
I think Goku as well. Actually,
I think
I would
Goku
agree that
too.
because he's
Goku?
he's dorky, and
Yeah.
it's just like
I would have said
talks a lot.
Brian as
Yeah.
Goku.
Well, yeah, I can see that too.
But I can
Saiyan
see
is-
Ernie as oh God, what do I want? Krillin.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I can do that too.
Who's Joe? Vegeta.
No, I think
Oh yeah, you're Vegeta.
my favorite's Yamcha. Nobody likes Yamcha except me. I like Yamcha.
Yamcha cracks me up. Yamcha, poor Yamcha.
Kelly.
Poor Yamcha, yeah, right?
Kelly can't be Majin.
Kelly's
because of her
Bulma.
hair.
I know I'm Boo.
Really? Are you?
I'm Boo.
Oh yeah, because you eat all the
I'm
time.
Boo.
All right.
Jack, who are you?
I don't know. Who am I?
She's
Who am I?
I think she's Bulma.
I think she's villager
always speaks her
number
mind.
3.
Bulma's
Oh, she's
not
Chi-Chi.
afraid. Chi-Chi's like not in this.
That's why.
Exactly.
Yamcha and
Wink, wink.
Chi-Chi. The two characters that are just like way out there. All
This
right.
is a filler episode of Super Saiyan Saturday.
It is. It actually is.
We should
But
make
you
it
know what?
that.
We're just gonna have fun with it. I mean, listen. Let's be real,
Yeah,
Kelly.
yeah.
The episode sucked.
It did suck.
But at least we can entertain. We probably can entertain you better than Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Super
guys.
did. No
Everyone
offense,
says
Spider-Man, she
DJ
keeps sending
Piccolo.
us-
Actually, everyone agrees.
I agree with that.
DJ, if you're out there,
Guys,
you know?
in the chat, what do you want to make this episode of Super Saiyan Saturday about?
Yeah, and you can
What
ask
do
us
you guys
random
wanna do?
questions
Yeah,
too.
let's-
Yeah, and
Open it up.
let's open it up.
This is our filler episode.
This is gonna be the Super Saiyan Ask Me Anything. Ask Kelly anything.
Krishna wants to know, what's up, Krishna, from Rangers live
Hey!
chat? Hey, she wants to know, what are you drinking? Is it beer?
No, I don't drink beer. This is apple juice.
That is wine. I can smell it.
That's Jasmine's spiked Gatorade.
No, it's not.
And I have
This is a
nothing.
thirst quencher. Would you like some for your thirst?
No, I'm not thirsty.
This is what the show's been reduced to today once they give us nothing to talk about in the actual episode.
Hey, but you guys are probably liking this more, right? I mean, realistically.
What we're
Joe is
missing
Vegeta. I told you.
I don't think
Troy says Joe is Vegeta.
I'm not
Kelly is
angry.
Videl.
Okay.
Joe for Riverdale. This is not Riverdale.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Keith! You're in the wrong chat.
Yeah, so you can choose the characters for us, the DBS characters for us.
I will say this about what I love about Super Saiyan Saturdays
Yes.
is that you guys make me so hungry sometimes when I watch the show and you guys are just eating.
I'm hungry. Why didn't we? This was a perfect episode to get food and have a food challenge.
What are you telling me? I'm only a cast member on this show.
No, you're not. You bought us pizza last week, and
Out of the kindness of my heart.
yeah, I loved it. Why couldn't you do it?
And because I was the latest one here, so I feel like when, you know, like the whole theory of like when you're the last one to the party, you feel like, oh shit, I gotta compensate. I compensated with pizza. I did. She's crying. It's so funny.
I'm just gonna start telling you late call time.
so angry.
You're just gonna make me show up like
Legit Majin Buu.
so I can just keep bringing
Just
food.
bring us food. We'll be like, Joe, you're late. Where are you?
That'll work out, but I'm never the latest. I think DJ's most times later than I am.
He comes from a difficult direction, though.
Yeah, he
Which is
comes
funny
way
because I'm like
further
10
out
minutes
than you.
away and I'm still,
Yeah.
you're still earlier than I am.
I come like an hour away. I'm the first one here.
Javier's Gohan. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Who
you
wrote
know what?
that?
I agree.
Javier?
Who wrote that?
Blackwing.
I agree.
No,
though.
Javier didn't write that.
Javier, he's pushing himself out there.
Brian is Goku
Yeah.
for sure.
Brian
Brian
is
is
Goku.
Goku.
Once you brought that up, but
Yeah.
who? So you were sticking.
Hashtag Joe bring food to the studio.
With, yeah, that Ranger Live Chat.
Yeah.
Joe
Oh, who
brings
was that? JD?
No.
Relax
Ranger
about
Live
it.
Ranger Live Chat. Charlie Krishna.
JD told her to say that.
All right, so we actually have a legitimate comment.
Good.
You guys are all awesome, but now we have one about the show. Angela says, "Hey guys, I am a big fan of that hashtag show. Thank you."
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Dragon Ball Z. I was like, I can't answer that.
I was wondering what your opinions are on what Saiyan form is stronger, Super Saiyan God or Super Saiyan 4. Thank you.
Ooh, can I?
Is Super Saiyan 4 canon? Is it actually part of this?
Well, let's just say it is. Let's just say it is.
Confirmation from 3 of you.
I think God mode's stronger though, right?
Kelly, you let us know. We're your guests.
God mode is. I think God mode's stronger. I saw Battle of Gods. I know what's up. What was the movie after Battle of Gods?
Are you okay?
Stop laughing, guys. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I will let you. I will
And
get
I'm
back
the
to
one
you. We will
drinking
get back to your. I will get back to your question at the end of today's stream after I do some research. But anyway, all right. Really, honestly, about the episode today.
I thought it sucked.
It sucked. Listen.
Should we do the rating right now?
No. It totally sucked. But here's the deal. We are going to be here to talk anything you want to talk about in terms of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But it did suck. Like, here's the thing. My gosh. I felt like even when I got the press releases for Super, like, it was super, I was hyped on it.
Of this episode?
No, not in this episode particularly,
Just in
but like just in general. Don't you feel like it's gonna be Dragon Ball super slow, right?
It was terrible.
It is slow, but I mean,
not enough food.
I cheated and I went ahead and I looked at the subs.
Okay.
And it was hard to watch because Goku's voice is just like.
I cannot
gearing,
handle
but
Goku's voice in the sub
But the
video.
voice actress
I agree with you.
But the voice actress is like a legendary voice actress.
Which and
hurts
I
me to say
respect
that, and I feel like I'm gonna get attacked by saying I don't like. Goku.
Well, I think in all honesty, I think both of you guys are on two opposite sides of the spectrum. I mean, I agree with Jasmine in terms of like, yes, this is a legendary voice actor that's been bringing this character to life for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
But I do agree with Kelly. For my ears, for what I want to hear, it doesn't work.
It fit when he was a younger character.
Yes.
But now he's like a Super Saiyan god.
Yeah.
Like he's
like
giant, he's big.
Compared to Vegeta's voice, it's just like whoa, night and day.
I will say though, I like Beerus more in the Japanese version than I do in the American version.
I agree too. That is awesome.
Because Beerus seems more menacing and more. It seems scarier to me personally.
Well, I don't like Gohan's either, so
Oh yeah, neither
it
do
was
I.
not great.
Yeah, Ryan and Steele Thomas. When we mean sub, we mean in Japanese.
The Japanese,
That's what we
yeah,
mean.
that's-
And dub means
So
the English version.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
subbed and dubbed. I always get those confused.
And SS4 is not canon.
Okay.
To answer
so it's a hypothetical.
So I'm gonna
That's all.
yeah.
So I'm gonna say
that's-
the God version is stronger.
I mean,
Yeah.
seeing the Saiyans are real, all of this is
Seeing
hypothetical.
As how he's fighting Beerus, and Beerus is supposed to be some high almighty god, I would say that Super Saiyan God is stronger. Just because they kind of omitted Super Saiyan 4.
It seems like everyone agrees with you in the chat.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Kelly, would you
That's
mind
great.
if I take us on a little detour?
Sure, go for
Before
it.
you detour, can I say hi to the people in the comments? That just
Detour
popped
from
up?
what?
Hi,
What?
Jalen,
From
and hi,
Paradise.
Carlos. Thank you for joining the chat. I just got home from the hospital. I feel great. Good, Jalen. I hope you're feeling better. I know you've been sick for a while.
Hey, Jalen. I'm hoping you're feeling better too.
So if you guys, for those of us that just joined, we're just having a chill chat today. Today's episode was kind of a filler episode,
This
so
is
this
our
is going
filler
to be
chat.
a
This is our
filler,
filler chat.
filler chat. So we were just sitting down thinking about if a lot of you guys are fans of that hashtag show, so you know some of our talent. So if you were trying to see which one of us would like what character we are in DBS. So far we got the votes are
Brian being Goku is lead.
Brian
being
is
Goku
Goku,
lead.
though.
DJ being Piccolo is lead. Everyone seems to be agreeing
Though
on that.
Blackwing originally it said I was Trunks.
No,
But I don't think I'd be Trunks.
Blackwing, Vegeta, right?
No, I want
That
to
was
be.
Vegeta.
I want to. Honestly, I'd rather be Yamcha. I like Yamcha. Just saying.
I don't know if we have any Trunks on this show.
Nah, I don't think so either. We don't have anybody that's that kind of teen angsty. I think I'm not Vegeta's. I'm not like a mean guy. I will say this.
You're not Trunks.
I wanna like detour us a little bit. Now I know this is called Super Saiyan Saturday, but it's under the guise of anime. And Kelly, you're our anime
Yes.
person
Yes.
here. I gotta ask you guys something because I never talked to either one of you guys about this personally. Is that we got our first look a few weeks ago at the Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
What do you guys think? I know I'm totally detouring us, but if you're an anime fan, just stick around. Besides, hopefully you guys like us anyway.
I'm stoked from what I've seen.
Yeah,
I
right?
think that they are going to do it right.
Well, there's one negative.
Sad.
It's like an opposite though. They should be white actors and they're Japanese.
Well, you know what? Attack on Titan in the Japanese
the director
version.
had said that he made the cast Japanese solely because he needed to communicate with them.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think that might be a similar situation, but I see where you're coming from.
For one of the most popular dubbed animes, it sucks. But at the same time, it's not gonna affect things for me. I'm a huge Full Metal fan, and because of Ghost of the Shell having, Scarlett Johansson being white and she should be
I'm
Japanese.
glad you brought that up because that's my next question. So, Ghost in the Shell is right around the corner.
Yes. I'm excited.
Personally, I think that first of all, this is a two-part question, and I'm really curious what the chat has to think about this because Jasmine's really running that. But number one, do you think there's a market for live-action anime films in the United States? Number two, do you think Ghost in the Shell is going to be the flagship for anime films going forward?
To answer that, from what we get now for live action anime films, so made in Japan, I don't think as they are now, they will be big in the US because the US, everything is such high production here and they are kind of more focused on their stuff. We are just gonna throw everything. Okay.
I'm really curious.
So, I'm trying to think. So, for example, the Avengers. That is our geek representation.
Sure.
And they throw tons of money, big name actors. They didn't just get new people for that. I think that it's starting to get more popular to bring in new actors, but when they started, they got Robert Downey Jr. He was the first one, and that was his comeback thing. And I think that in order for live action anime films to be big in the US,
you gotta get those big names.
You gotta get those big names, which is why
but
they
in fairness, Scarlett Johansson is a big name.
That's
she is.
why.
That's probably why they casted her.
I understand the hate, and there's not much I can say being white. I can't.
Kelly, you're white?
There's not much I can say because it's not affecting me.
Sure.
But I do appreciate the creator's decision. It's their decision to cast who they want in their creation.
Oh, that's an interesting stance.
And I've heard that they are having the original voice actors for Ghost in the Shell to be the Japanese dubbed.
No way.
Yes. So they
Nice.
are keeping it involved, but it was their decision. It wasn't some company that came along and pulled it.
Oh,
It was
I
the
didn't know
creator's
that.
decision. I'm pretty certain. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I looked into it, and it was the creator's decision to pick, or at least they agreed picking Scarlett Johansson to make it bigger. To make it bigger
But
in America.
no, I'm on one side. No, hold on before you respond.
I just wanted to interject because we have a lot of comments.
About this,
Yeah.
all right.
And I just wanted to let you guys know that there is actually something called the Super Chat feature. So if you guys want to use it, Joe's going to tell you all about it.
Oh, I am.
Take it away, Joe.
So the Super Chat helps us with anything. It supports the show. What we do here on that hashtag show goes back to you guys watching at home. We try to. Well, we have a lot of anime. I was gonna say a super shit ton of anime. How about that? A super shit ton of anime. We can give that stuff out. But the Super Chat really helps us keep the lights on here at that hashtag show. But
Highlights your comment.
it highlights your comment as well, so we will
So we
read
can
it.
see it.
And we also want to say thank you for joining us. And I want to thank Kelly here for having us two mutton heads on this show that are just really filling in.
Mutton head and a half.
Well, I mean, at least I'm honest about it, fans.
So I actually have an alternate opinion to yours. So I think that live action anime is only going to get more popular because of what Disney is doing as well. They started live action, and anime movies are getting incredibly popular. So we started off old school, we had Akira. I think every person who watches anime knows that movie. And then going forward now with Ghost in the Shell and now Full Metal and Disney's live action as well, it's just live action movies are becoming the new trend.
Honestly, I'd like to say I agree with you, but I don't. Mainly because of flops such as Avatar: The Last Airbender, such as flops as Dragon Ball.
Avatar,
I mean, it's fair. You have to state the facts of
Well, there is going to be flops.
They brought Attack on Titan over here, and not many people watched it.
And
And that was full Japanese cast.
I agree.
Okay.
So,
Let me ask you something.
So I think what they're gonna do is we're gonna have a mixture of Disney now with their live action movies. What they're doing is they're insisting, and because they've been commented on it before, they're insisting on having their cast be of that ethnicity. So Mulan, fully Chinese, and now they're casting for Aladdin.
Well, that's
right
not
now,
true. Both of those
fully Middle Eastern.
Actually, that's not true. Both of those are not true.
They're not. They're
That's
making
how
a
they're
Mulan.
casting.
They're not
That's not
making
true.
it-
That's what the casting call calls for.
Actually, that's not true. Mainly because I know for a fact, mainly
Wait.
because one of my friends just auditioned for
Doesn't
a
mean he's gonna
role.
get the role.
It doesn't, but that doesn't also mean that he's not going to get the role.
So you're
Okay.
saying that they're casting
But-
for a Mulan live action and they are accepting people who are not Chinese?
Yes. Well, they're accepting people that are of Asian descent,
Oh,
not
but it doesn't
necessarily
matter.
Chinese.
They
What
did that
Asian
same thing
descent?
with the Diaries of a Geisha, or whatever that movie was
I
called.
agree.
What is it
But,
called?
well,
Something
here's
of a
here's my.
Geisha?
I'm all right. Well,
It's
first of all,
memoir.
before
Memoirs of a Geisha.
yeah,
She
before-
wasn't Chinese, right? Wasn't she Japanese?
I,
Or no, she
I
was,
read the book. I didn't watch the movie.
it was like swapped. She
Jasmine,
wasn't
what are
the right-
people saying?
All right, to the comments. All right, I'm gonna read some of them. I can't read all of them. We have a lot.
Understandable.
Again, that super chat feature really helps if you guys want your comment to be highlighted. But I'm gonna try and read some random ones. A bunch of other people naming our talent as Dragon Ball characters. Thank you guys. Joe is Tien. Daniel
Yes!
is Trunks. Jasmine is Bulma. I guess Bulma is me. All right.
I like the shittier characters. In Dragon Ball. Me personally, I do. I have an affection for them.
So I prefer the English dub of Super over the sub. Says Nahum. Yes,
Yeah,
we agree.
we
Definitely. Goku's
We'll probably
voice.
get hate, but I.
Sean
Yeah.
Schimmel kills it as Goku. And if you don't know that, watch our watch our video where he talks about pranks. Because he sounds like Goku. He talks about pranks and he says like curse words and stuff, and people like ate that up. It's insane.
Oh, Troy says, so guys, how do you think DB Super affects the last 2 episodes of DBZ? And Joe, you're too badass to be Yamcha. That's why you're Vegeta.
Aw,
That's
that's
cute.
cute.
Who said that?
I'm gonna
Troy
give you his
Two-Face?
number. Don't worry. I'll message you later.
Who said that?
Try Two-Face.
Troy Two-Face. I read your comment today on the Ranger wrap up. Thank you.
So, but he has a question. Do you think DB Super affects the last 2 episodes of DBZ?
Well, I know that this is supposed to.
They
I
retconned
haven't
it a
finished
little bit,
DB Super, but DB Super is supposed to come before the ending of DBZ. So,
But right before? Like right before, right?
it's like a story arc and a half or something. I don't know the specifics, but it comes like before like a major like a story arc. Like there's like a lot. It's not like just before the ending, but it's kind of hard to say whether it really affects it. I think this is kind of just a story placed in, and some things that don't fall into line are just ignored.
Good answer.
That's-
I don't have a better one.
That's my guess.
So everyone else in the comments is talking about live action
Okay.
anime movies.
This is what I
And
wanna talk about.
So I actually have a question for the chat and for you guys.
Okay.
Do you think if we had something like Ghost in the Shell status, but correct ethnicity wise, where we have we have like DBZ, for example, become a live action movie, and we have like a half Japanese, half white cast or something like that. Do you think, and they're both popular characters, so there are some Asian actors and some Japanese actors and actresses that
Sure.
are very popular, and we do have white actors and actresses that are of course popular being we're in the United States. Do you think that would be successful if we had a
Yes.
mixed ethnic cast?
I do. I think. Okay, can I take this for 1
Go
second?
for it. Go
ahead.
All yours.
Kelly and I both saw Attack on Titan, the live action film together. I think that if we would have gotten that the way that it was conceptualized in the Japanese anime, for example, Eren Yeager, he's a white guy.
Yeah.
And I understand why they made him Japanese in the live action, which made sense to me during that. But if they would have casted let's just say they made that Zac Efron.
Yeah.
And forget about even marketing this towards anime fans, just making this a movie like that. Yes, I absolutely
I think
that
it would have
well.
made more money if they put in big name American
I
actors.
completely agree.
I don't know if that's like what's right. Like I don't think that should be it. But if they're gonna put big name American actors,
Well, a
it's
mixture
gonna
of
make
the
more
both.
money than just the people that Americans
100%
don't really
agree
know.
with that. I mean, the one
But I'm
thing.
sure the other one's gonna be a better movie. that
Yeah, the
cast
one thing I do want to speak about though is something that Yoshi Sudarso, who you Power Ranger fans know, he brought this up and he was not a fan of. Is that earlier on concept art leaked of the Akira live action movie and it had Chris Evans and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He was not a fan of that. And I can understand that. Now, Attack on Titan's a little different, and as you said,
Gordon-Levitt fully white?
I think so.
I don't think
I don't
he's
know. He might be
fully
half
white. I
Asian
don't think
actually.
He's mixed. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
but well,
sure,
guess what? Chris Evans is.
Chris Evans is definitely
absolutely.
not. I
He's
understand.
fucking Captain America. I mean,
I would
Can't
have
give him
Captain
all the
America
roles.
in
That's
here,
not
yeah.
fair.
I mean, granted, he's a great actor, and sometimes I do feel like someone's acting ability should overshadow ethnicity. Because if that was the case, and we're going to stick straight to source material, some of these characters that have been racial swapped, is that the right word? Ethnic swapped?
Okay.
I don't know what it is. But like, some of these characters should I mean, if we're sticking to that, they would be like whatever, like white.
Yeah.
But I like the fact, or even gender bending. Like I like the fact that the ancient one in Doctor Strange is a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I do like that.
I feel like
But
sometimes.
she also got a lot of hate because she was white.
Oh.
Sure, but I also feel like sometimes you need just the best actor for the role.
Yes.
Yeah, he just looks.
Like I think you need the best actor for the role. I think that like if this Attack on Titan is supposed to be a multi-international kind of a cast, if that would have actually happened, if you got one of the best Bollywood actors that's known in India, if you'd have got one of the best American actors in like an international cast, you would have a worldwide audience instead of just a microcosm.
I like that. I like that you pull the actors from each ethnicity in a mixed racial movie. I think that would do well. But
really cool.
in order for it to do well, for us Americans, we're so conceited and we really only care about ourselves. So we really only watch American movies. Some people watch foreign films, and that's awesome. But most of America, I feel, watches our big name actors like
we're
all the
obsessed
Hemsworths
with that culture as well. Like we're obsessed with the celebrities. I mean, actually, the whole world's obsessed with their own country's celebrities. But you're right. So that's why I asked the question specifically. I said a mixed cast.
I have a question for you
I like
guys.
that.
Actually,
I like that idea.
That's a great idea.
I want that to happen.
I do have a question for you guys. So, there's tons of great anime out there right now, and I know this is a Dragon Ball show. Let's even put that into this equation. But there's tons of great anime out there right now. Is there anything that you think conceivably right now that hasn't already been cherry picked to be a great film, whether or not the cast is American or Japanese? Like, what would you want to see? Death Note's a great
as a horror movie
because even the Japanese version.
Because
You hate Death Note? I hate the ending.
I
read the manga. I was hooked to it. It was like my high school, elementary school staple. And then freaking the ending comes out, and I was just.
The ending.
For me, I want to see two things. I'm gonna say one because I don't want to steal one of yours. Parasite. I think Parasite would be a dope live action.
I have to agree with that.
What do you think?
Let me think.
What do you got, Jasmine?
I like Death Note because look at
oh, that's a good
one.
We've all named like three.
Truth is, Cowboy Bebop, Keanu Reeves.
But that's kind of in the making a little bit.
Yes.
Is it what?
It's kind of in the making. People are talking about that already.
They
especially
said that
after John Wick, I was like.
I don't know if it's heavily just rumored because everyone keeps saying Keanu Reeves is Spike.
Sorry.
So, who would you think would make the optimal Spike?
Keanu Reeves.
You think he would? What about you?
Keanu Reeves.
All right, guys, we want Keanu Reeves to play Spike.
Especially after John Wick.
Spike Spiegel.
Yeah, hashtag Keanu Reeves for Spike Spiegel.
Oh, man.
Keanu for Spike.
Absolutely.
If I was, a space opera that's kind of like this noir, that has every genre of everything I've ever loved.
Yeah.
Like, it's a space opera with a noir twist on it, but yet he's a romantic loner. He's Spike Spiegel's the best.
If they make, because I've seen Keanu in mixed race movies. He's been in movies where he's actually had to speak, I think, Mandarin.
Ronin 47?
Yeah. And I don't think he got good reviews on
It was
that
a terrible
one.
movie.
But if they did that same thing with Cowboy Bebop, if they did cast him, because I believe Spike is supposed to be
Spike's white.
Spike is
white.
Right, Spike is white.
Jet is white.
But if they
Faye is white. Ed, I don't know.
Jet's not white.
Jet, yeah, he is. He is. I'm pretty sure he is.
Are you sure?
He's like tan, but he's white.
I thought Jet was black.
Other races,
Jet is not black.
If they cast other races, I feel like it would be awesome. I don't think people would hate it as much if they cast like big actors from
mixed ethnicities.
Japan.
Yeah, I think Faye should be Asian.
Yeah.
So
Jasmin, what are people saying?
Ed as well. All right, we got
let's
Ed? I don't know about Ed. Ed is
we don't know.
You would have to have a kid.
I would also love to see any of this.
And I would need to see like.
I want to see the new girl from Logan play Ed.
Yeah, dude, she'd be dope. She'd be great.
Wild, yeah.
She would actually be really good.
And then we obviously need an Ein. All right, so going to the comments. So let's say hello to new people in our chat. Lucius.
What's up, Lucius Cruz?
Jezzer.
Sorry
what
if
up,
you tuned in to watch Dragon Ball. But we're going in a different direction.
Welcome to our filler episode.
This is a filler episode for our filler chat for a filler.
But you know what? We're talking geek things that still pertain to anime, which is cool.
Awesome.
Carlos says some anime movies shouldn't be live action. Period.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we named our personal favorite animes, or we named what I think our best bets would be an anime movie that can translate into Hollywood, or would be good because. I've named Death Note specifically because Death Note is a mixed race cast.
You know what? Honestly, sorry. Go ahead, Jasmine.
I was going to just say, chat, you name us what is either your favorite anime to be a movie, a live action movie, or what do you think will do the best?
You know, so piggybacking off of what she just said, in essence, because you and I just saw it, like something that I'm not sure I'd even want to see live action, but I think would be really cool is Sword Art Online. Like, but the budget of that would have to be immense. But the all right, so this isn't a self-promotion. This isn't a promotion for Aniplex, but I'm not gonna lie to you. If Sword Art Online is playing in your town and you're a fan,
go see it.
Go see it.
If you are a fan,
Dude,
if you
so
watch
good.
Sword Art Online and you like it,
What seasons of Sword Art did it cover? Because I watched season 1 and 2.
It wraps up.
It wraps up the end of season 2.
So it wraps up all of the
it's
seasons.
a brand new.
So season
the new
1
movie is a brand new story written specifically
So
for
good.
this
Oh,
movie.
really?
Yes.
So it's not like
that
retelling?
comes right after season
Okay.
2. So when we went and spoke with the creators of the film, they had said that the idea had came upon right after they'd finished up the second season, but the manga wasn't quite up to date, so they needed something to fill in that space before season 3. And they also stated that there was like a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of like loose ends that needed tying up at the end of season 2 before they jumped to the story 3 arc. So they decided to create this whole new story specifically for the movie following after season 2.
So season 1 was like the original world. The season 2 was like that.
Well,
the sky and the leaves.
Each season, so half of season 1.
Halves. They do it in half. So like
original, which is Alfheim, or no,
it's
Aincrad.
Yep, and then they go to Elfheim.
And then second is Gun-Gale, and then back to Elfheim.
Well,
no,
well they do Elfheim and they do like Asgard. Because remember they go to Asgard for a little bit.
You're right.
It's good, man. I love Sword Art. It's great. And honestly, if you aren't watching Sword Art Online, I will guarantee you this, because I think it starts off fast right away.
I like the
but
first
even the like when they get to that midpoint season, and Josh, you know this for a fact, when they get to that midpoint season, it gets the storyline like grips you, and then it changes.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched season 1 fully, and at the end of season 1, it killed it for me. I wasn't happy about
because
it.
it got to Elfheim. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I'm not.
So does it pick up again at season 2?
I gotta say, the second half of season 1 is super pervy, and it
yeah,
turned me
when you
on.
get to episode 20, man.
The first half I was like, yes, and the second half I was like, no.
That second half is the worst of the entire.
I completely agree with her.
Entirety of the universe.
Okay, and so does season 2, is it good? Is it worth
yes.
it?
So season 2 it starts off slow-ish, but it's a slow build to something. Because there's a mysterious, because it's Gun-Gale.
How many times can you get fucking stuck in a virtual world? Like, to me, like...
I mean, in essence, though, what you would just ask is how many times can I see, like, a space war? You know what I mean? Like, that's asking the same question. But, like, how many... I mean, the thing is, it's not about necessarily the virtual world. If you're looking at it, that's a surface level thing. But you got to look deeper into the characters and what's going on.
Okay.
And I think that's where it really keys in. Now, Gun-Gale, I think is dope. Gun-Gale's great.
Gun-Gale, it was an awesome game.
And then you get a story.
And it's completely different from the 2 games that they mentioned before.
And then you eventually, and I'm not no spoilers. You do get to like Elfheim, kind of. You get to Elfheim Asgard area.
Yeah. Okay.
And you would think, oh god, because I initially thought, oh, we're going back there. Like I just saw that, but the storyline is completely different. Yeah.
Yugi's awesome. She's my favorite.
And not only that, Kirito's not the main character.
Oh, thank God.
Which I like. Okay, so
Kirito's
I do have to admit that in all of the seasons leading up to the second part of season 2, Kirito is like, oh, Kirito, he's the best. He's great at everything. We all love Kirito, and every girl swoons when he walks by. But
I hate that too.
the second half of season 2, they do kind of focus a little more on Asuna.
Which is
I
great,
think
though.
That's good.
And like I
will
not even joking. I watched the end of season 2 and almost cried at the end of it because it was like it's super emotional.
But at the movie premiere, they did drop that someone was interested in doing a live action.
Yeah, they did. There's a production company that's interested in doing it.
Not official yet, but they were interested.
That's true. One thing though that I will say about this movie though, because Kelly knows this, my favorite character is Klein.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Klein is my favorite character.
Who's your favorite character?
But here's the thing, like you would assume that because each character that you've met throughout the last 2 seasons of Sword Art gets a shine.
Yeah, Klein doesn't.
He gets his arm broken.
He's the comic relief.
He is. He's like, I didn't come to this game to meet girls, and they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
I love Klein, but everybody that you've met, like including in Gun-Gale, they are all kind of in this, which I think is, to me, it's like, oh, that's awesome. They wrapped up 2 seasons of something I cared about. I thought it was great. It's one of the better.
If you love Sword Art Online, go see the movie.
Yes.
Go support it. I want anime to do well in the U.S., especially when it deserves it. And this movie definitely does deserve it. I think it's in select theaters right now.
Yes, it is. Kelly, you're a big anime fan.
Yes.
What animes right now are like the hot things? The hotness. Muy en fuego.
That My Hero Academy or Academia. My Hero Academia.
Remember you interviewed them?
Okay.
I did. I struggled.
You didn't struggle. You just got a lot of. It was just weird.
Well, what happened was when I had interviewed them, I thought I was just interviewing the voice actors, but it turned out I was interviewing the creators of the show, and I hadn't prepared any questions for them.
Yes.
And
Isn't that the weird?
there was a translator, and I was just like, "This is terrible. I don't know what to ask them."
Well, that's the one thing I hate about that kind of stuff is because like pulling the curtain back for you guys that don't know at home is that sometimes we do these interviews and we get what they tell us we're gonna get, but then when they add, oh, by the way, you're getting this extra, it's like, wait, what did you say?
Yeah.
Like,
no
Which was
preparation.
awesome, but I was too nervous.
Kelly, what was the most awkward thing we had ever? Was it not the press conference?
It was the press conference at Sword Art. So when we came in to ask our questions to the creators, such as the writer of Sword Art Online and the director of the movie and the producer and the original anime artist and the director of animation for the movie, we had gone into this little mini theater where like the seats are slanting down and you have like the movie stage up here.
What?
5 of us showed up, 5 news reporters showed up, and we all had to stand up at the stage with the light shining in our eyes.
For 2 seconds, I was like, all right, Kelly, you're on your own.
All the creators sat in the front row, and I could not even see their faces, and we're just standing there for 45
Didn't
minutes.
it seem like an audition for an American Idol, like best news anchor?
I started to sweat. I was like,
no, your actually questions were actually really good. It's the only time I even got nervous for you. Because I told them I'm not interviewing, I'm just there.
His introduction was, "Hey, I'm Joe at that hashtag show, and this is Kelly. She's our anime expert, so she will be asking the questions."
Literally.
And then stepped up to the
I
side.
almost think that was verbatim of what I said, by the way. And then, but the only time is because they kept going, and Kelly's like, I don't know what else.
Yeah, so I had prepared. I thought my expectation was they would be sitting at a table and we'd all be sitting in chairs in front of them and we'd be raising our hands.
Which is
to
normal
ask
here in
questions.
America, those
So
backwards
I
Japanese.
had prepared a handful of questions. However, other people had prepared more questions than I have, and we had to take turns one after another. So when it came back to my turn, I had to ask the first thing off the top of my head, and my questions started to get random.
They were good though.
That was similar when I went to Akiba Fest and they sat me down and it was the
that was great.
The creator designers and our character designers and directors and different things.
Fate Stay Night?
Fate Stay the Night was there, and then
Fate
the
Stay
guy
Night,
who
not
played
Fate Stay the Night.
Fate Stay Night.
Yeah.
Do you even anime,
Fate
bro?
Zero. Listen, I was thinking over for Kelly, so I don't know. I don't anime as hard as Kelly. Kelly is the pro. But yeah, so it was awkward, and there was a translator there, but we were in a
That's what
a
it
circle
makes it
table.
harder when there's a translator.
Yeah.
Because we had a translator for the Sword Art Online,
Yeah.
and we all set our recorders next to him, but I couldn't see who was talking. So when he
Which is something I didn't
translated,
think about, actually.
he just translated. I'm like, I don't know who said that, and so I'm trying to write my article, and I'm like, so the board of creators said this, and then the board of creators said that.
And they don't translate everything. They
That's
say only a
hilarious.
couple of things.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really quote them because I don't know exactly what they said.
Yeah. You know, it's an interesting fact. I asked each and every one of these character designers because they design these characters, and then here, especially, originally in Japan, but here in America, we cosplay these anime characters.
Yeah.
They give zero shits. They
Yeah, they
have
don't
no
give a
idea
fuck.
what cosplay is. They
Those
don't
people
care.
look so awkward when the Sword Art
they're just
cosplayers came out. You see, they're like,
really nice.
Yeah.
They're great. I have a quick question for the chat, and then I'll get to my crazy story.
Since you asked before,
no.
very hot anime right now actually is Yuri on Ice.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Yuri
a
on
lot
Ice.
about
That's
this.
really good.
Very hot right now.
Is it good or is it just hot?
Okay, sports animes have
Yes.
always existed.
They are so
Yeah.
popular right now.
And
like a swim one,
there's a
wasn't
basketball
there?
one.
Swimming
There
one,
was the
Swimming?
the swimming one.
Ping
I watched
pong.
the
There's
swim
also
team.
ping pong. I know.
What was
Ping pong
that
was
one?
never
I
popular.
watched that one, the swim team one.
The world's strongest female wrestler. I know that.
No one cares. You give me
And
all these
there's,
random ones that no one
what's the
watches.
one? Kill la Kill
Not me,
actually had
Funimation
sports
can
in it
do all
too.
this.
Funimation,
but-
send me some popular stuff, please.
Yuri on Ice definitely blew everybody off the ice rink. Not out of the water, but off the ice rink.
Yeah.
That one was really, really good. I watched it. It's more of a yaoi.
It is.
Anime
This
is so
true.
boys.
But
it's-
Yaoi's really in right now.
Rally,
It's-
Yowie.
yeah.
Yowie is really in right now.
Yeah.
Rowdy.
Rowdy. Well, this is a giant.
I see
dialogue.
Jalen Connor over here said, "Don't hate me for this, but I hated Sword Art Online."
Oh, you're
Jalen.
nuts, bro.
Dude,
I think
I'm
that's
with
your
you, man.
fever talking.
I'm with you,
So
but it's
bummed.
apparently got good again. So if you watch
One of
all
my
of season
favorites.
1, but he probably hated it at the same point I did, which was after season
Could
1,
be.
it fell off. And then season 2, it's
Well,
good again. In the
in
movie,
fairness
they said
to-
it's great.
In fairness
So-
to Jalen, though, anime is like food. It's not everybody has the same taste buds. Like,
yes.
for example, you know this about me, and so do you. Is that I'm not a fan. Like, I don't like.
The magical air.
No. What is it?
Fan service?
Kill la Kill.
Oh, okay.
I like
Hate
Kill la
it.
Kill.
I hate it.
It was hard for me to get into.
And to the beginning, I was like, all right.
It was hard to start.
And then I got into it.
For me, it was easy to
Same
start.
for
It didn't do a good job at separating what was serious to what was fan service.
Same
like
with
I
High School of the Dead.
I didn't see it.
It's
I
the
didn't see
same.
it.
A lot of butt and boob shots.
I hate
boobs
that stuff, though.
Moving in all sorts of directions.
I hate that stuff.
Okay, quick question for everyone in the anime. You guys as well. Top 3 animes of all time. Joe, you first. Everyone in the chat. Top 3 animes. 1, 2, 3 of all time.
Okay, ready?
Go.
Number
1.
Hold on.
Oh, number 3.
Can they be movies or do they have to be TV shows?
It
Both.
could be movies, yeah. So, but your number 3rd.
Number 3 is going to be Cowboy Bebop.
Okay. You're not my friend
Can
anymore.
I repeat?
Yes, you can.
Number
That's
2, I'm gonna say, there's a movie called The Perfect Blue, which is actually the first anime I've ever watched.
fine. Okay.
And number 1 is definitely going to be,
Sword Art Online.
no, it's gonna be Miyazaki's, what was the movie I saw with
Spirited
you?
Away.
Spirited Away.
Pretty much.
I
mine's the
was
same
gonna
except for
say
number 2.
no Ghibli movies, but that's
Oh.
fine.
It's
That's
Ghibli.
Fine. Tomato. Kelly.
Okay, so you want me to cut out the Ghibli?
No Ghibli.
Whatever.
We're gonna let Joe have Ghibli, but yeah, don't.
Okay,
no
because I was
Ghibli.
gonna say Spirited Away as 1. So yes, I will also say.
Your number 3 choice.
Ooh,
It's tough when you're put on
this
the
is
spot like that.
really tough. So for number 3, I'm gonna go with Death Note
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
because they made a lot of stuff after that. Number 2, I'm gonna say. Oh, so are we saying the best loved?
No, just your favorite.
Yes, your favorite.
Oh, my favorite. Okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah, Death Note would go 3, Cowboy Bebop would go 2, and then for number 1, I'm gonna throw in. What do I want to throw in? This is really tough for
Your
number
top
1
anime
spot.
of
My
all
top
time.
anime
Well,
of
you don't
all
just throw
damn
in your
time.
number 1. It should just be your number 1.
Yeah, but I like a lot of stuff.
Sailor Moon?
Oh shit.
Nostalgia factor?
It's mostly nostalgia, but I wouldn't say it's the greatest anime ever made.
I mean, sometimes that counts, so that's good.
Nostalgia? Alright, Sailor Moon just to keep the ball rolling.
All right. They're both looking at me. I don't want to answer this question.
Why'd you ask it?
Oh, we had to answer
I'm just
it.
kidding.
That's
Okay.
really hard question.
Number 3 would be One Punch Man. I love One Punch Man.
That one's really good.
One Punch. One Punch is best. Number 2 would be Sailor Moon, and number 1 is Cowboy Bebop. That's
Okay.
absolutely my favorite anime of all time. Cowboy Bebop has that. It's so good.
So, in the
Anytime I'm
chat,
telling my friends get into anime, I'm like Cowboy Bebop, Sailor Moon, One Punch Man. Those are the 3.
I do recommend One Punch Man to everyone.
I haven't seen it yet. It's saved on my
And
DVR.
It's,
Yeah.
You haven't seen it yet?
It's almost saved on my
That
DVR.
is right up your alley.
I know.
Yeah, you
I'm
would love
saving
that.
it, but here's the reason. I'm saving it for when I have nothing to watch because I want something good to watch.
No.
What is the one anime that you've watched and you could not stop? Death Note was that for me. Could not stop watching it. Like literally, it was like episode. I need to have them all
The first
right
half of
now.
Sword Art Season 1 for me.
Okay.
Like, that was something that I just consumed so much of that I was like, oh my gosh, I need to know what happens to Kirito and his buddies.
Yeah.
Like, I loved the first half of the first season so much. But it's not just limited to that, because you've seen Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite's
Parasite's
really
very
good.
good.
It's really good.
Um,
And I think Parasite is actually, it kind of, in my opinion,
Miggy the Hand?
is over Tokyo
Migdalia?
Ghoul. Like, I think it's better than Tokyo Ghoul based on...
Creativity and
It's-
innovativeness, yes.
I think that Tokyo Ghoul kind of, does a lot of filler stuff and, beats around the bush and circles around itself.
Yeah,
chases
you don't
its
get
own tail.
that.
With Parasite, they just go, boom, 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 boom. They keep the ball rolling,
It's
the plot
very-
moving, and it's serious. It's like adult version of Tokyo Ghoul, I think.
I agree with 100% with that. And it's
So that's the most addicting anime, or the one that just sucked you in and you could not stop watching.
No, I agree. Parasite's up there for me.
What do you think, Kelly?
Because Cowboy Bebop are self-contained
Recently?
stories.
No. What's the most addicting?
As as of lately, it was One Punch Man. It was the first anime in a long time where I could not wait for the next episode to come out.
Yeah.
Because it was on my Hulu or something, and it was just one episode was releasing at a time. And every time I watched it, I could not. I was like, I just wish they would put the whole thing on here so I could just binge it all right now.
That was me with Death Note. With Death Note, I actually
I did that in high
legitimately,
school.
I watched it like maybe 2 years ago.
It was my go-to in high school.
I was running late to work because I could not stop
Yeah.
watching. I had to watch them all.
For me, it was, I'd be staying up till 2 a.m. on school nights just like watching it, and I was like, I know I shouldn't be staying up this late, but I was up there just watching Death Note over
You
and
folks
over.
in the chat room, I want to know what your like binge watch anime is. Where
So
you
we got
can't
people's
stop
top
watching.
threes actually. So let's
Ooh,
read
I
some
wanna
top
hear
threes.
these.
Again, you guys, if you really have an awesome comment you want us to see at Super Chat feature is a great way for
Remember
us
that
to
time,
highlight.
Kelly, you thought I didn't
your
watch
comments?
anime? And you're like, you don't watch anime. And I started naming all these. You actually do watch
I
anime.
don't remember this.
I question
This
your
is when I
Doctor
first
Who
met you.
love, and yeah, he knows his Doctor Who stuff too.
He retains information really
I
well.
love Doctor
Yeah.
Who though.
Jalen says number 1 is Jitsu wa Watashi wa.
I've heard of it, and I don't remember. I've heard of the Japanese name, but then I recognize it by the English name.
Oh,
2 is Attack on Titan, and 3 Seven Deadly Sins. I've heard of Seven Deadly Sins.
I've heard of Seven
I
Deadly.
haven't
You know
watched
what?
it.
There's 2 that I hadn't named that are super under the radar, which I think are amazing. One is Basilisk,
Okay.
which is so
I've
good.
heard of that. Is that on Hulu?
It might
I
be.
think
It
I've
is
seen it.
so good.
I have to check it out.
It's very good. Just check that out. And then another one is super under the radar. It's called Baccano.
I don't know that one.
Anybody that's a fan of like noir, this like 1920s noirish,
Yeah.
like kind of like movies like that, Baccano is like right up your alley because it gives you that, but in anime form, which I think is brilliant.
I'll have to check it out.
3 Pokemon, 2 Digimon, 1 Bakugan.
Those are great choices. I think Pokemon deserves to be up
Yeah.
there.
That was, for me, as a kid, I never felt like that was anime for some reason.
I mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
we kind of
Like
we grew up in a
Saturday
different
morning
era.
cartoons. It was
That's
like,
true.
it was,
Like on the ranks of like Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon.
Yeah.
So they were all like so
they were all, like,
Americanized.
Americanized, yeah. And so they would come out on Saturday mornings and
Yeah.
whatnot, and anime was a lot harder
You know
to
what I
access.
hated about
Yeah.
Digimon? Or I don't know if it's Digimon
I
or
don't like
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Digimon.
No, it's Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh, it's because they had this one guy, Joey, that had this New York accent, but was like a Japanese name. It's like, hey, it's me. And you're like, I was like, dude, come on.
Someone else has that in a recent anime I was watching. Oh no, it's the video game Final Fantasy. There's one dude has a super New Jersey
15?
accent. No, it was 15. Final Fantasy 15. But there's a character in there where I was like, you don't look like you talk like that.
Sure.
All right, you guys. King of the Hill and Cory in the House are not animes. You're funny. The most addicting anime I've seen, Jalen says it's
Umoto-chan!
Umoto-chan!
Good choice.
Literally Kelly.
Does
Not
anybody like
as
the
late.
Yu Yu Hakusho?
Everyone's
What is that?
telling Joe to watch One Punch Man. Hashtag Joe, watch
Hey,
One
you
Punch
know, listen,
Man.
Seriously. I want to. It's on my queue. I literally
It's
have
only
it saved.
13 episodes.
I have it in my DVR.
Just
It's
do
ready
it.
to go. It's just Kelly knows this. We do so many after shows, and I have to keep up with all of them because you never know when you're gonna be a sub.
Whoa. But I have to do Rapid Fire Supercharged K, and you make me cram in like,
Or don't make you do anything.
dang.
Well, okay, so a lot of you guys are like wondering when we're gonna get back to the DBZ chat. We'll get back to it now in our last 10 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
So this episode of DBS, one of you guys said 5 out of 5 spirit bombs. Daniel, I think Diaz, that was you. And you told us
Hey, Daniel Diaz, you're crazy. This episode sucked.
it did suck. It really sucked. In comparison, especially to last week's episode, kind of fell off. What do you guys rank today's episode?
I'm gonna give
1.
it 0. Sorry, everyone.
Like honestly, no. Here's the deal. Well, I'm gonna give it 1 for one reason
Wow.
because it hyped. Because last week's episode, you thought you were gonna get the fight here, and it hyped me to get. I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna get it, and then you don't get anything.
I didn't feel satisfied watching this episode. I mean, yeah, we finally actually get to see Goku acquire his Super Saiyan God powers,
Yes.
and I understand he's not going to get it right off the bat, but I feel like we didn't get anything else. Like, it was really just them bantering back and forth.
Yeah.
And there wasn't that many cool, like, we
Yeah.
saw Kamehameha, and it was like, all right, that's cool, but I wanted something more like that. In the past 2 episodes ago, when Beerus had, like, surprised everyone by attacking Boo. That
was
fight
awesome.
scene was way more intense than Beerus and Goku. Why was Beerus and Boo more intense than Beerus and Goku? Like, I don't understand.
I mean, I understand the.
Because they're your favorite colors.
No,
kinda
I also understand the build up to this
I
big
understand
fight.
that, but they could have.
But I feel like not even you false hoped me last week with like, okay, we're gonna get there this week, and now it's this week, and it's like, oh, there's more talking. Great.
Yeah.
The one episode that I'm filling in on, there's more talking.
If he hit the Kamehameha.
Kamehameha?
Kamehameha?
Yeah, if he hit the Kamehameha, do you think
what?
your rating would go? Shut up, Joe. Do you think the rating would go up for you?
If he would have hit a punch, the rating would have went up for me.
So I think that if, like, so we see the Kamehameha, and like all we see of it is it just gliding through the water far, far away until we finally see it explode into the distance. Like, I would have wanted it to explode into the ocean and then rock everyone on the boat, and then they're like, oh no, everyone on the boat's gonna like fall off the boat and drown, like cause some drama.
I mean,
like,
listen, this episode would have been a solid 3 for me if we would have just gotten Yamcha. If I would have just seen Yamcha once, I would have given this a 3. And then if you give me Yamcha and Master Roshi, you get a 4. And some food, you get a solid 4.5.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
But those are low bars I'm setting.
Yeah.
Yamcha's been in one episode, I think, of all the Super.
I'm gonna give it a 2. I'm gonna give it a 2 because I liked how it surprised me how he grabbed Beerus. And it's the first time we
Beerus?
see Yeah.
Okay.
Am I saying it wrong?
I thought you said Eurus.
I'm pretty sure I said Beerus.
Alright.
I was too busy distracted by Carlos Martinez saying, telling Joe to watch, I believe, One Punch Man tonight, and if he does, he'll send you a beer. Or if you do.
I'll watch One Punch Man tonight. But I can't. I'll do it Monday.
Okay.
Then no beer.
No beer, I guess so. He doesn't drink beer anyway. Send him whiskey though, and he'll watch it
Send
all
me
in
whiskey.
one
I'll
night.
watch whatever you want me to watch.
One night.
Will you remember it? I don't know.
Give it a 2. I liked how he grabbed Beerus, and I like how he grabbed him and then gave him a flick on the head, and I laughed. I actually legit smiled, chuckled, and I thought it was funny. And yeah, there should have been more. But it did. I mean, even him powering up and doing the Kamehameha was pretty cool. You know, he missed, and that sucked. But I know it's built up for next week's episode,
Yeah.
so I have hope for next week.
Let me ask you something, Kelly.
Okay, alright.
You'll be here next week for Super Saiyan Saturday.
I'm here
At least we
every
think.
week.
My question.
I'll be here.
My question
I've
is.
been here 3 weeks in a row.
My question is for you.
I'm pretty sure
Is
he's
it-
not coming back.
Do you actually think we're gonna get the fight next week, though?
Yeah, we get more fight.
Are
a
we?
little scratch on his face.
I hope we
Get
get some
some
food.
blood.
Good.
We'll have some food.
I'm so hungry.
Physically.
Me too. I want some
IRL.
curry.
Sounds
Oh,
so
here's a
good.
good question. What's your favorite Japanese cuisine? People are in the chat. They must be like,
This is the most ADD chat.
"Son, stop talking about other things. Talk about Dragon Ball."
Let's go to some comments. All right, so the beer comment's still up there.
They just like
Who's
that
watching
contest.
Samurai Jack tonight?
Me.
I
I suggested an after show, but it is way too late for us.
I know, but yeah, I heard that there was a rumor that Samurai Jack is. Oh man, what was it? Because it was a really good like thing where it was like, because it takes place like 10 years after the original Samurai,
Yeah.
15 years or something.
Well,
But it's a
it's been 10 years.
it's in the same universe as something else, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. I don't remember what it was. Hey,
David
guys.
Glover says, "Oh, go ahead, Joe. Sorry."
If in the chat, if you guys want us to play word association with our or other hashtag show members,
I don't know what that is.
let us know in the chat.
What is
What
that?
is word association? I'm
I'll
scared.
I'll
I did
teach
not.
you.
I didn't even
That's
agree
almost-
to this.
that's almost like a
Thanks,
drinking
Joe.
game.
What is it?
Hey, when I
Are you
come on,
just volunteering to do things you don't want to do?
when I come on real shows, it's like, oh, we're just gonna do something else.
Chat, are you guys gonna watch Samurai Jack tonight? Samurai Jack was a staple of my childhood. I will be
Yes.
watching it. All 3 of us will be
Yes.
watching it. Let us know if you're gonna be watching it too. Do you remember it as a kid? Do you know what Samurai Jack is?
Question:
Yes, Joe.
do you guys consider Voltron an anime?
Yes.
Do you?
No.
I don't either.
Don't.
Oh wait. Sorry, I was thinking something else.
But
Voltron, the new one on Netflix. That's what you
But
meant.
Yeah.
it's fucking amazing.
I was thinking Gundam for some reason. I don't know why.
You
said
gotta-
Voltron, I was like
Are you
Gundam.
watching? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I hear
Oh.
great things.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
Susie.
have to watch
I
it.
hear great things. You're
Steven
giving me
Yeun-
too much on my plate.
Steven Yeun from The Walking Dead is one of them. The cast is amazing. Have you seen it, Jasmine?
I'm behind
I
on Walking
actually, when I was Pop Culture Renegades last year.
Have you seen the second season though?
No.
Dude.
But I reviewed it.
It is
And it was
so
awesome. It was
good.
actually out of all the cartoon shows I had to watch, including Powerpuff Girls, which the new Powerpuff Girls kind of fell off for me.
Oh, the new Powerpuff Girls. don't
Voltron
even
was the one that I
bring it
kept
up.
watching afterwards because I was like, oh, I like this, and I kept watching it. It's the one
So
show
good.
that kept my interest.
It's amazing.
All right, guys, wrapping this up. Yes, Samurai Jack. Everyone's watching it. Are we? We are wrapping
No,
up.
we're going on. We're
keep
for
going,
a
Joe.
long
All
time.
right.
Food.
Well, Joe, do you think next week's Dragon Ball Super is going to be amazing?
No. No, I don't.
Do you think he's going to attempt another Kamehameha and hit it?
Don't care anymore.
No?
Do you think that you'll be back on the show next week?
No, because I'm going to be in Texas next week. I'm not going to be on any shows next week.
All right. What do you think, Kelly?
Since this one was slower, well, since it was all a fight scene, I feel like we're gonna get more plot. They kind of like to do that. It's plot, a lot of fighting, plot, a lot of fighting, some fillers. I wouldn't really call this a filler, although I think what ruined it most for me was that dubbing, or sorry, the sub, Japanese. I couldn't get on it, but which we had trouble accessing the dub version, so we watched the sub version for it today. But I think that since this one was fighting, we're going to see plot next episode. At least I'm crossing my fingers.
I mean, Dragon Ball is such a weird bag because, like, you're either going to get a good episode, an average episode, or a terrible episode.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that. But the thing is, it's not like it's like supposed to be one or the other.
Yeah.
It like they throw in a hand and picks it out. Like, oh, you're gonna get a bad episode this week. It's just so random.
I mean, the
from time to
first
time.
one
But a lot
started
of
off as a
iconic
random episode.
animes are like that with filler episodes, like Naruto.
Well, I
and One
disagree.
Piece
I disagree.
No, but and you watch Naruto and One Piece all had
Here's-
crazy ass filler episodes.
here's the reason I disagree.
That were very long. This is what happens.
Because I'm a huge fan of Bleach, and Bleach has tons of filler episodes.
But
But
I
with
feel
that
like-
being said, the filler episodes in Bleach are very like they're either really fun or they stick to the storyline where it's like, okay, that was entertaining. Like with this, and the funny thing is, this isn't even a filler episode. This is to advance the plot.
Yeah, it was supposed to be an important fighting episode.
Yes.
But I felt like they dropped the ball.
I agree. Like it's. Sorry for hardcore Dragon Ball fans that might be watching this, but if I'm more than likely people that are watching this are just fans of hashtag show, which I crossing my fingers you are. But the truth is, this didn't necessarily live up to the expectation of what I thought Dragon Ball Super can be.
I agree.
Because
I agree.
granted, I think it's I don't know. We saw a lot of promos and we've seen a lot of the animated films, Battle of Gods and all this stuff. But even in the promos, this is touted to be like the Dragon Ball, because a lot of people were soured of GT.
Yeah.
And I think that like this is supposed to be the Dragon Ball show. Currently, right now, you're right. It is the Dragon Ball Z show that I remembered when I was like, I don't know, 14 years old. So like, condensing Kai down was a smart move. But now with my attention span and so much,
A lot of people in the chat agree, and they wish that Dragon Ball Super was actually more than once a week. Like it actually appeared
every single day.
Josh had said 5 days a week, and actually agreed.
I agree.
I think if it was more fast paced and we got the episodes
The filler
faster,
episodes wouldn't be so bad.
then it wouldn't be bad. Yeah, exactly. But because we're getting it slow, and then on top of that, the Japanese is like already on episode like 80 or 82 by this point. It sucks. So
and I'm not here to hate on Dragon Ball because the fact I know this is my first time on this show. But the truth is, I love Dragon Ball, and I love the voice acting. I actually know the voice actors more than I actually know
Chris
the series.
Sabat is a great Vegeta.
Chris, yeah, Sean Shem was awesome.
Yes.
All those guys are great, but Justin Cook, all those guys are dope. But the thing is, with the pacing of the show, it's Dragon Ball super slow to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Puns.
it's
Dragon Ball
moving
super
really
slow.
slow for me.
Not a Super Saiyan Saturday without a pun.
Oh, is that the thing?
Yeah.
But I think the show has potential to be faster. It's just not.
Yeah.
Right now, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get there. We'll get there.
So looking at the comments one more time, everyone says Samurai Jack. They're agreeing. They're really hyped for tonight. Joe, somebody wants to send you some Power Rangers fan art. We'll give you the
Who
mailbox
is that?
address.
Lucius
Lucius
Crucian.
Crusoe.
I think I got it.
Awesome.
You guys send it to respond to his.
No, I just got it though.
Name, it sucks to wait for things. Yeah, we agree. It does.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice to build up the anticipation. Sometimes we need time, actually. Some things do need time, like...
wine.
Well, like Westworld, you really need to
Legion. They both...
You really
Legion,
you
that's a
need to
great
mull
example,
over
Jasmin.
the episode.
Yeah, it takes some time to, like, think about what happened, how fucked your mind is at the moment.
But you know what? But
Gather your thoughts.
Dragon Ball's a straightforward show. It's not like Legion or Westworld.
No, it's not. And I think everyone can agree, this is a show, at least now with the dubs, it needs to be released faster. At least so we can catch up to the sub.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
I don't think it's going to happen necessarily, but I do think that in terms of Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball franchise, this is exactly what the trope was 15 years ago. The reason why they made Kai is because this kind of storyline drug on. And I get why they're doing it right now. And trust me, in the next 3 years, I promise you, there's going to be a Dragon Ball Super Kai. That condenses it down.
Yeah.
But since it's a hot thing in Japan, they hey, we want to be the first of the punch. Let's put it out right now. I understand the marketing of it. But with that being said, I don't necessarily think we're getting the strongest storylines right now. I don't necessarily think that we're getting the best representation of what the characters are from what we got with Kai. But I will say it is better than GT.
Yeah, I agree. We are going to be wrapping up this episode, but it doesn't really matter because it was a filler. So, Jasmine, please tell our amazing fans out there and viewers where they can find you.
You can find me. I pop up randomly in the live after shows for Legion, Riverdale, which we've dubbed Gingerdale, and DBS. So I pop up randomly. You can actually meet a lot of our cast physically at WonderCon at the end of this month in Anaheim. So yeah, and then online, all social media, Jasmine Loves UX. So if you want to drop me a line there. Joe?
I am on the Ranger Wrap-Up. I'm also on the newsfeed. And what's the other one? Henshin
Hangout.
Henshin Hangout. That's it. And I won't be there next week at all.
That's true.
So I'll actually not be on anything in the next week.
Legion?
I'll be on Legion.
30th. Right? Oh no, Riverdale.
I'll be on Legion.
Yeah.
That's
Legion,
it.
yeah.
You'll see me on Legion on Wednesdays. Legion is a... Can I cuss on your show?
Sure.
Legion is a mind fuck. So
Now, are you
kinds.
permanently on Legion now?
I'm the host of Legion. I just haven't been the last 2 weeks.
And Kelly, where can we find you?
You can find me pretty much every day of the damn week.
You can, actually.
You can find me on Tuesdays.
I can find Kelly getting Kelly emails at midnight. Hey, this is our next video.
Hey, here's your damn video.
Yeah.
So over. Tuesdays with Achievement Unlocked, where I bring you the video game news, and on Thursdays with Rapid Fire Supercharged K, where I bring you anime, and of course Saturdays with the Retro Ranger Wrap-Up, or the Ranger Wrap-Up.
That was a mouthful.
And Fridays.
And also Super Saiyan Saturdays. I almost said Sundays.
And Fridays also.
And the Henshin
Henshin
Hangout. We got you, Kelly.
Kelly, I think you're on every day of the week. I think.
And sometimes on the newsfeed.
I don't have Wednesdays.
She's going to do
I
comic
don't
books
have
now on
Mondays.
Wednesdays, I think.
There we
I think
go.
she's going to do Super Saiyan Sundays, the after show to the after
I'm
show.
so tired.
Kelly wants food.
Save me.
So yeah, give us food.
Thank you so much for watching, you guys. We're gonna go
Get
see
me
Kelly.
out
She's losing it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hit that like button. Share this video with all your Dragon Ball fans. And
Tell your friends.
hit
Tell your
subscribe.
mom. Tell your dad.
Stay up to date with everything trending in
In
geek
geek
pop
pop
culture.